Hey, so in this video, we're going to go over how to plan a go-to-market strategy for legal services. And in this example, we're going to be talking about business legal services and comparing best approaches, angles for that. Really, so for the go-to-market strategy, the main question we want to ask ourselves is when does our avatar, our dream client, target audience, when are they closest to the conversion hole? When are they closest to making a decision and hiring? So we're getting a solution. And then, so in this case, we're asking, so when do businesses need legal help and are closest to that conversion hole? And in this case, which of these are most transactional in nature? And the reason we're asking this here is because our client wants to create a assembly line, something that's real easy to fulfill and then scale. So within this context, okay, which of these are most transactional in nature or are transactional in nature? So to try to make sense of this and think this through, I came up with this quick little scale. So I came up with a transactional scale and an urgency scale. And then how problem aware are they? Are they aware of the problem, so search based, or are they not aware? So we need to educate them and interrupt them using a Facebook ad. So I fit the categories into these uh, numbers. So the first one being starting or changing a business would be the first category. Maintaining a business, uh, dealing with a lawsuit, and buying or selling a business, mergers, acquisitions. So from there, I applied these scaling numbers. So it's very transactional in nature. So 5. I put urgency as a 3. It could be more urgent or it couldn't be, it may not be. It's case by case. And I put as Google as ideal because people are looking to solve the problem. And then I put a 3 for Facebook because uh, it yes, you could have a uh, profitable campaign using Facebook. I just think it's more profitable than doing a Google because it's search based. And then for maintaining a business, I put as a 5 for transactional, put a 2 for urgency because this is kind of like a an area where a lot of times business owners don't know about what the problems are. They don't know uh, really what they should be doing to maintain the business. They're not necessarily uh, using their energy to focus on updating their contracts, making sure their policies for employment, for their website, for their facilities are all up to code. And oftentimes, a lot of the law changes are related to employment, especially in California. And I'd say the vast majority of businesses are not up to code with those things. But in many cases, they don't even know about it. So they're not searching for a solution, really. They are more. We have to scare them into what reality is. So a Facebook interruption campaign is ideal for reaching this segment of the market. And for business lawsuits, so this is a T1 because of the potential complex nature of what the issue is. And I put as urgencies, this is the highest level of urgency, 5, because they've got a major problem that they need to deal with fast and they're in a lot of pain and they want to stop that pain. So they are actively searching for a solution in many of these cases. So Google is the best place to reach them. And I put Facebook as a 2 because it's just, you could definitely have a profitable campaign with doing this with Facebook, but it's faster with finding this audience on Google search, pay per click. So that's, breach of contract, contract disputes, partnership disputes, uh, fines, fraud, embezzlement, employee related problem employees, intellectual property, rights issues. So this is really if I were starting a business law practice, I would start here, get it generating consistent revenue on a minimal budget. And if you don't want to be doing the legal work to fulfill these, then just refer it out to someone, to a litigator, or just bring on your own litigator in-house to manage these for you. And then you can focus on the other things you want to in your practice. But this is like the easiest way to get revenue, is by servicing these types of issues. And then for buying, selling a business, so I put as a 5 for transactional because it's pretty straightforward every time. It's the same kind of filings and process for the most part. And then I put urgency, I put 2.5 because it could kind of go either way, depending on what the circumstance is. I put Google for 5 because if they're looking to buy or sell, they're probably searching for a professional to do it, so they are aware of the problem. And then I put Facebook as a 3. You could have a profitable campaign on Facebook. It would just be more profitable, faster and profitable on Google for this type of a marketing, this type of service. So I'm going to go back up to here to starting a business, because the next part of this, what I wanted to say here is, now that we've answered this question, we want to niche down as much as we can. There's a saying, riches are in the niches. So the best way to distinguish yourself is to become the lawyer of X. The restaurant lawyer, the e-commerce lawyer, the online coach lawyer. So focusing in, niching down is really where you want to be, and you're going to have the most profit that way. And just focusing on one thing, one service, one audience. So these are some potential niches that I've put together specifically just in this starting. I mean, the niches can apply for anywhere, but I'm just putting them here in the on the front end, because you see here there's this all pass lead to ultimate 5K offer. You could put ultimate, 8K, 10K, whatever, just replace the dollar amount. Basically, what your major irresistible offer is, which is another thing that we help you develop, plus general counsel and mastermind. So whether they're starting, maintaining, dealing with a problem, or selling, the end goal here is we want to capture all of those prospects and put them into your herd. You're creating your tribe, your mastermind, your community of clients and prospects as you grow your base, your clientele base. So that's why that doesn't matter where they're coming in. That's the end goal, is you create these relationships with them, you get them on recurring monthly, annual retainers, and providing endless value to them so that it continues to grow and multiply and scale up. So, but here I'm saying, maybe you want to focus on franchising or startups or e-commerce businesses, Amazon sellers, restaurant owners is huge. Gig economy is huge. Everyone wants to be a coach right now. Everyone wants to be an influencer. So getting people to have their online businesses set up correctly, that's really big right now. If you want to be kind of, freelancers like wedding planners, photographers, graphic designers, creators, there's tons of different niches in that category. So think about, that, and then also think about, so one, what is the size of the market? How big, how many of them are there actually? And, that has a lot to do with where you niche down with. So, you don't want to be too narrow where there's no market, or the market is just too small. But you don't want to be, of course, too wide where it's we're now not niching. But the other thing to really make sure we get right is the niche someone that can afford your services now and long term, and it has that kind of, those, it's going to have those ongoing needs that they can have the financial wherewithal to invest in. So think about that when planning this. So, but we could even focus on specific industries, breweries, distilleries, nail salons, hair salons. I mean, there's so many different ones. Service providers, plumbers, pest control, etc. And then I put here, you can think about within starting a business, forming a business, what are the specific services that are entailed with that? So is it like an EIN, ITIN service? Can you offer these? Can your service be offered internationally? The bigger you can go, the better. So we want to try to find the biggest market that can afford the service, that is transaction, that's urgent, closest to the buying funnel, and transactional in this case. So, but those are the things that you really want to dial in and estimate when choosing your niche. So hope that this was helpful, made sense. Again, if I was a business attorney, I would start with dealing with these kinds of targeting these kinds of issues that you can help with them, because they are going to be the easiest to convert. And then, if you don't want to be the one doing the work, then just farm it out. You could farm it out. One, you'll have your litigation that does that specific legal work that pertains to it, but then you also have your virtual assistants to do the form filling, do the support on the client end, just gathering info, and that's of course combined with automated intake workflows, processes, and apps to collect the data from your clients. But that's all built into your assembly line, which that's one of the main parts that we focus on in helping our clients and law firms is outline all that and then build automated workflows for all of that. So with the goal being to automate as much as possible of all of the steps in the law firm in fulfilling, bringing on, converting, fulfilling, and repeating. So, and then you want to focus on another type of service. Once this is a well-oiled machine and scaling, then create the YouTube video, create the which then is used in the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, email, nurturing, follow-up marketing, all of those strategies. And then we're just talking to a specific audience member and building a community around that. So hope this was helpful in kind of thinking this through, and specifically for a business legal service offer. And these are things you want to think about when planning out your go-to-market strategy, planning out your offer, and planning out who exactly we're trying to sell to, who our avatar dream client is.